Hey everyone, it's me. I'm gonna be explaining you guys how to play Cardfight Vanguard. I'm gonna be doing this with the Day tutorial, basically just kind of voicing over it so that way you guys can hear my opinions. Actually, it's a pretty good tutorial, I'm not gonna lie. But this will give you guys a beginner guide to kind of learn how to play Vanguard. I know it's a little complicated, but it's not that difficult. Once you actually see the flow of the game, everything becomes a lot easier. Okay, so teaching you the games of Vanguard. I'm just gonna be talking through this and basically explain what he says and all that type of jazz. Vanguard's a 1-on-1 game, as most card games. In it, you play as a Vanguard who leads in battle. I'll start by explaining where cards go. The zone where you place units is the field. The units you place on the center Vanguard circle become your avatar, which is your Vanguard circle. 5 rearguard circles surround it. Allied units. The middle zone is the Guardian Circle, where you place units with Guardian. The bottom left is the damage zone. A card is placed here each time you take damage. You lose the fight if there are 6 cards in your damage zone. So the first to place 6 cards in their opponent's damage zone wins. This is where you place your main deck. Next to it is your ride deck. Ride deck consists of unit cards from grade 0 to 3. They can sometimes be 4, it's very dependable on the deck. Most of them are usually up to 3 though. It contains 1 card of each grade for 4 cards total. This is the trigger zone. You flip over cards from your deck here during damage checks when you damage, and during drive checks when you act with your Vanguard. This is the drop zone. It's where used and discarded cards are placed. Basically your graveyards. One thing they don't go over, which in the top left, is the order zone. That's very similar to field spells. If you ever play Yu-Gi-Oh! Or something like that, it's very similar to that basically. But now, let's go over the actual cards. Next, this is called a unit card. The number shown in the bottom left is the card's power. Use it for attacks. The bigger the number, the stronger the unit. The value in the middle is the shield. It's used in being attacked. Basically, I'll explain. Top left is where the card's grade is. The higher it is, the more powerful the cards. The thing I would like to note out is that you can only play cards grades that are equal to or lower than the grade of your Vanguard. I'm pretty sure it explains that in this, but just for reference. Your Vanguard's grade rises throughout the fight you're going together. This is against critical. The critical is in the middle of the card. It shows how much damage is dealt when its attack to a Vanguard is successful. This is the card's name. Obviously, flavored text. Some of them will have effects. Put your cursor over a card when you want to check its details, then press triangle. To note, this game only is available on PC and Switch. I am just playing with the PS4 controller on my PC because I can navigate personally. Press it again to show larger text. Let's get ready to fight. First, place your Vanguard face down on the Vanguard circle. That's the grade 0. You always start with the grade 0 whenever you start a game with Vanguard. This will be done automatically in the game. Next, we'll play rock, paper, scissors. The winner will go first. I won, so I go first. You start the game by drawing 5 cards from your main deck. This is your hand. Those are the cards you can use, obviously. Your opponent can't see what cards are in your hand, again, obviously. You can redraw any cards you don't want one time before this fight. Try picking your trigger units to exchange. Trigger units. So unit cards are separated into trigger units. Cards with an icon in the top right corner are trigger units. They're basically like yeah. I'll explain more about them later. So whenever you mulligan in Vanguard, you can choose 5 cards. They will all go onto the bottom of your deck and they just redraw the same amount. Game obviously wants you to redraw the triggers, so we're gonna do that. Put those cards in the bottom of your deck and draw the same number back. I just said that. After that, shuffle your deck. Alright, start the fight. Say stand up Vanguard together and flip over your Vanguard. You don't have to say stand up Vanguard, but if you want to be anime, go for it. Each turn consists of 6 phases: stand, draw, ride, main, battle, and end phase. First is stand phase. Units in the rest state turn sideways are returned to the stand state vertically during this phase. If you don't have any resting cards yet, nothing happens. That's a miss. Hello? Did I just okay. They misspelled that. Since you don't have any resting cards yet, nothing neat happens this time. Next is the draw phase. Draw a card from the top of your deck. After that comes the ride phase. You can ride a unit of the same grade as your Vanguard or one greater. You can ride a card directly from your hand, but this time let's use your ride deck. You have a discarded card from your hand when you ride from the ride deck. So you ride a card, we'll discard one, ride. The main phase next. You can call rear guards or use activated abilities. Rear guards are allied units that fight together. A call is to place a unit on a rearguard circle. You can only call rear guards up to the same grade as your Vanguard. If you have a grade 1 unit in your hand, call it behind your Vanguard. Technically, you can call grades that are equal to or less than. So we'll go ahead and call this the back row. I will end my main phase. The battle phase usually goes first, but if you go first, you can attack on turn 1, so you turn over it. Go ahead, my turn. Cars, rides. Base skill. Okay, yeah. So, if you have a grade 0, most of their attacks will let you draw a card when you go second. Base. My first Vanguard has a skill that is on my active. When it's written, I get to draw a card if it went second. He draws an extra card. Next is his main phase. Okay, I can calls a card. Now I'm moving to my battle phase. In this phase, I can use allied units. A successful attack can remove opponent's rear guards or deal damage. When attacking, rest the attacking unit and select a target. Units in the front row can attack. I attack your Vanguard. Platinum boosted by Lisan. This is a boost icon. The boost icon is in the top left of the card, below the grade. A rear guard in the back row with this icon can be rested together with an attacking unit in the front. Its power isn't added to the attack. For the most part, grade 1s and grade 0s have... My Vanguard's power is 8,000 and his boosting rear guard's power is 8,000. So 16,000. My Vanguard's power is 8,000, so you're stronger. The attacking unit's power is the same or higher than the power of the unit attacked. The attack 16 called hit, and obviously you're taking damage. If an attack to your rear guard hits, that hit... Wait, what? This text is so weird. I'm gonna basically word this myself here. If an attack to a rear guard hits, that unit retires, which it goes to your drop zone. If a attack to the Vanguard hits, it deals damage equal to the attacking unit's critical. You can guard to prevent any attack from hitting, but there's no need to do so. This early. This is called no guard. So I can go ahead and no guard this. When a Vanguard attacks, a drive check is before. I'll reveal the top card of my deck into my trigger zone. Cards revealed during check, so we'll put into hand. Okay. Drive check. No trigger? I flipped over. Okay. Add it to my hand. My attack unit's total power is greater than your attacked unit power, so the attack hits. One thing to note when you attack in Vanguard, if it's equal to your Vanguard, the attack will still go through. And he deals 1 damage because his critical is 1. Damage check is performed when you take damage. So reveal the top card of your deck into the trigger zone. Damage check. I got a draw trigger. I got a trigger unit. Trigger units have effects that activate when placed in the trigger zone. This one has a draw icon, so it's a draw trigger and you draw a card. Then choose a unit to gain plus 10k power for us a turn. If I draw one, give plus 10. Place the cards revealed during a damage check facing damage, where you lose if 6 cards get selected. That's the end of my turn. My turn. Stand and draw. I discard 1, right? Main phase next. Call rearguards to the front row. Attack. I will call my grade 2 and my other grade 2. My rearguard circles. On my main phase, go to my battle phase. I attack the Vanguard. No card. Also, I should note too that you can attack in any order. You don't have to attack with your Vanguard first. You can do something like Rearguard, Vanguard, Rearguard. Usually that's what I like to do a lot. So I attack with my Vanguard, and since then my Rearguard is in the back row, he gets the boost. No guard again. Drive check. I got a critical. A critical trigger. You can increase a unit's critical by 1 and raise its power. Then 2 effects can be divided across the Give the extra critical to your attacking Vanguard. Vanguard's already more powerful than mine. How about giving plus 2 power to your Vanguard that has an attack? So you can give the crit to a Vanguard, and then you give the power to my other Vanguard. Add the card you placed in the trigger zone to your hand. Damage check. No trigger. Second card. Draw trigger. He draws a card, and his Vanguard gets plus 10k power. I will then attack my rear guard. Guards. When attacked, can be called to Guardian Circle to the Guard Circle from hand. These Guardians placed on the Guard Circle support allied defenses. For that battle, their shield value is added to the power of the unit. Your Rearguard's power is 20,000, but my Vanguard becomes 23,000. This means my guard is successful and I don't take damage. After the attack, the defending unit power returns. Guardians units are then moved to drop zone. Oh, so you can use to both attack and defend. My turn is yes. I'm sorry to notice there's some translation issues with the text. My turn. Stand and draw. I ride. Falls. Attacker Vanguard. I'm only at 1 damage, so no guard. Smart. Drive check. That's a front trigger. Hey, I got a front trigger. Front triggers give plus 10k power to all allied units in the front row. Makes it harder to guard against rear guard attacks, huh? Yeah. Damage check. Trigger. Take a Vanguard. It'd take a lot of cards to guard against part of being guard again. Not really. I guess technically in this state, but it is a tutorial. I'm not gonna like pay on it too. From my turn. And draw. What's weird is it's not showing my hand, like, at all. I discard 1. Try it again. And to do during my main phase. When I enter my battle phase, I attack a Vanguard. Rearguard first. Intercepts. Units that have intercept are able to move from the front row to the Guardian Circle. Grade 2 units have intercept. Basically, intercept is just calling a unit from your front row to guard for you. Your guy's power is higher, so now the guard is successful. Intercepting units also go to the drop zone at the end. I attack with the Vanguard. I also get the boost. No guard. Since unit has twin drive, you get to perform drive check twice. Yeah, so grade 3s usually will always have twin drives. Some of them will have triple drive. It's very dependable though. Grade 3 units have twin drive. Yeah, thank you. I need to just let the tutorial speak. So I get 8 more chances. Okay, first check. No trigger. That's an order card. It's not a unit. You can't place them in a rear guard or Vanguard circle, but in exchange they have special abilities. Normal orders can be played during the main phase. They can temporarily power up your units or act as equipment. Set orders can also be played during your main phase. The effect remains active as long as the card is in your order zone. Blitz orders can be played when your opponent attacks. They can gain power to your unit or interfere with the opponent's attack. You can only play one order card per turn. That revealed card is a Blitz order. Use it when I attack. Second check. Critical. Man, the Protect RNG is crazy. I get the critical, and then I also give the front row plus 10k. Damage check. No trigger? No trigger. Then I attack the Vanguard with my rear guard. Guard. Also, one thing the game doesn't point out a lot is your trigger units will have the most shield. They usually have like 15k to like 10k shield. His turn. Stand and draws. Call a rear guard. Call the rear guard. Attacks the Vanguard with the rear guard first. Technically, you aren't safe. I mean, you are, but okay. I say you're still taking the damage. Draw trigger. I draw one and give my Vanguard. Plus 10k power. I honestly should guard this. The game's gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna say, like, his Vanguard has twin drive, so you have a card with Sentinel. Next, Sentinel lets you discard a card to form guaranteed perfect. Also, perfect guards have that little gold icon. It's a lot easier than just having the flavor text. If you see the gold icon, that's your perfect card. Perfect guards, just perfect guard. I will discard this. Drive check. It's a heal trigger. Get a heal trigger. Heal triggers let you heal damage. However, the heal effect is only available if you have the same or more cards in your damage zone as your opponent. I have 5 damage and you have 4, I can heal. I can move a card of my choice from my damage zone to the drop zone. And I'll give the extra power to Vanguard. Now we're equal damage. I'm activating it. Skill, Counter Blast, and gain plus 10k power. Counter Blast. Counter Blast is when you flip damage zone cards upside down. Look for this symbol. It's just a blue symbol. Owen gets plus 10k power by Counter Blasting 1 if you get a trigger during drive check. Another drive check. No trigger. Now, he'll have his rear guard attack me. Does this want me to intercept this? It does. So we guarded and intercept. For his turn. My turn, stand and draw. Good question. Do you have Tribash in your hand? I do. Riding Tribash will trigger Persona Ride. Persona Ride is triggered whenever a unit with this icon is used to ride on a unit with the same name. Also, Persona Riding is only for your Vanguard, it's not for you. Whenever you perform a Persona Ride, you get to draw a card. Not only that, all your front row units plus 10k power during that turn. Main phase. Call this to rear. Call this to front row. This skill requires both a Counter Blast and a Soul Blast. Zone under your Vanguard is Soul. Soul Blast means putting cards from Soul to the drop zone. His ability requires Soul Blast 1, so you have to choose a card from your Soul. Okay. Activate the skill. Counter Blast and Soul Blast. This ability lets me retire his Vanguard, so attacking power near 4 damage. I mean, are you though? Vanguard attack. Damage check. Time for winning. I attack you with the Vanguard. Also get the boost. Tons perfect guard. Drive check. Front trigger. All my units get plus 10k power. No trigger. What a laugh the game gave me a crit. Taxi Vanguard. Guard? Does guard. Only one card left in hand now, but managed a successful guard. Really survived that. Yes. My opponent is gaming. Imagine the tutorial person gaming. Crazy. What makes card games so much fun is cards you draw sometimes change the game. This dude's just a top deck god. With only one card in my hand, I don't know if I can change the game. But what's great about Vanguard, it's not over until it's over. I mean, that's any card game. Okay. He top decked the Persona Ride. Lol. Pause. Twiiter rear. I'm ready to fight. Here I come. Well, it's been a steady loser, but that's news. I'll bring back your Vanguard. I would not guard this. Damage check. Top deck heal. So at 4 damage and you're at 5, I don't get healed. Did power up the Vanguard, so you might be able to survive. I can't see what the hand is. Game won't let me. Guard. What up? I guess we're playing the Blitz order. Okay. Smart, actually. Guard this. If your top deck's over trigger, that'd be crazy. They still haven't gone over OT. Oh, you did. Oh, wow? Okay. Well, super strong trigger. You can only have one in your deck. Getting it in a drive check lets you draw one and add 10 million power. Or 100 million, sorry. And additionally, this over trigger can give plus 10 million to another 100 million. God, I keep saying 10 million. For using an over trigger, it's removed from the game. That'd be so broken. Just my Vanguard's attack hits here. Of course, he top decks the over trigger. No trigger, and you lose the game. You lose in the tutorial fight. That's crazy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you got the chance to learn Cardfight Vanguard a little bit. I will be doing a video probably sometime next week about one of my favorite decks currently to play. And I hope you guys will enjoy that. If you guys like this, leave a comment and sub. I do know that I stutter a little bit and stumble with words, it's unfortunately pain. Okay, till next time.